Hello! Our topic today is writing informal letters, and what are we going to discuss? First of all, we are going to speak about types of informal letters. Then we are going to discuss characteristics of informal style, then informal equivalents of some phrases, and phrases to give advice or to make suggestions, because giving advice and making suggestions is a very popular topic in informal letters. First of all, what is an informal letter? It's a personal letter written to our friends or relatives, so it is to some people who we know really well. Which topics can be covered in such letters? First of all, it's a letter giving you news, like you write your friend about your life. Then it can be a get well letter. For example, if your friend is ill, you write that this person that you are sorry and you hope that he will get better. Next one, a letter congratulating someone with birthday or something else. A reply to a party invitation. So if someone invited you to a party, you can either accept or deny an invitation. A letter asking for suggestions. So if you need some advice on a topic, on your problem, then you write this letter. A thank you letter for thank you for a present or something else. A letter of apology. You've done something really bad, you want to apologize to your friend. A letter home to your parents. If you study somewhere abroad, you write a letter. A letter asking for or giving advice. It's quite the same as asking for suggestions. You need some advice on a topic, or you write your pieces of advice to your friend on some problem. And a letter for asking for or giving information. It's quite the same, but you need to inquire something, to ask about life, about some city, anything. And now, what are the characteristics or typical qualities of an informal style? So first of all, we use lots of contractions or short forms. We don't say he is, we use his or he doesn't. Don't write the full forms of the verbs. Next one is some slang or colloquial English. For example, instead of a word friend, we can use a word pal. Or in the end of the letter, instead of the word like kisses, you write XOXO or just XXX. And we also use some informal letters such as lots of love and best wishes, especially in the end of the sentence. Now, what is a typical plan of an informal letter? It consists of 5 parts. First of all, it's a greeting. Then it's an introduction with opening remarks, like where you explain why you're writing what you want to tell. Then a main body where you put the main information, a conclusion with closing remarks, and an ending. What do we write in a greeting? You can just say hi, or hi plus a name, hi Sam, hi Mark, hi Dad, or dear Sam, and don't forget the comma in the end of this greeting. Next one is an introduction. What do you write in this part? First of all, you can ask a person about his or her life. For example, how are you? Or how are the things? Or just what's good? Then after you've asked the person about his or her life, you need to tell about your life. As for me, I'm really well, or as for me, I'm not really okay because. And then you explain why you are writing the letter. I am writing to tell you some news, or I am writing to ask you about your mom or something. Then the main body, which consists of 2 paragraphs. And each paragraph starts with a topic sentence. A topic sentence, it's like an introduction of a paragraph, and this sentence explains what the paragraph will be about. Let's look at some examples. So we have a topic. Write a letter to your friend inviting him or her to spend the summer vacation in your city. What should you include in your paragraphs? So your first paragraph may be started with the sentence, the city I live in is called Mumbai. So, and this sentence tells us that the next paragraph will be about Mumbai. We actually don't need to read it, we understand at once what it will be about. The second topic sentence. The city is full of different places to see. So we read the sentence and we understand that this paragraph will be about different sites and places in the city. So again, we don't need to read the whole paragraph to understand what it is about. Next part is a conclusion. After you've written the main information, you need to finish somehow. You can write, that's all for now, that's all the news, or that's all I wanted to say. Or we can also ask a person for a reply to our letter. For example, write back soon, I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Or a more informal variant is drop a line soon. And an ending. Here we write some phrase and our name. So, for example, lots of love, Anna. Or best, Anna. Best wishes, Anna. Kind regards, Anna. And kindly, Anna. So instead of Anna, you just write your name. And now let's look which informal phrases we can use in our letter. Which informal equivalents of neutral style can we use? Instead of the word write, we can use the phrase drop a line. Yes, drop a line soon. Or I decided to drop you a line. Instead of the word lots of, we can use the word loads of. For example, loads of kisses, and so on. Instead of the word why, we can use the phrase how come. Not why have you been so sad lately, but how come you have been so sad lately. And now, the most typical topic of an informal letter is making suggestions or giving advice. Let's see which phrases can we use in such letters. First of all, to give the advice, we can say, I think you should, or I think we should. It's the easiest way. Then we can say, how about something, or what about? For example, what about visiting my city? Yes, we suggest a person to visit us. Why don't I, or why don't you, or why don't we? For example, why don't you come to my place? Yes, why don't you visit my city? Would you like to? Would you like to visit my city? If I were you, I would, or I wouldn't. If I were you, I would go somewhere and travel. Have you thought of something? For example, have you thought of visiting Spain? And now, let's practice using these phrases in your letter. For example, we have a problem. I don't have enough money. Yes, or our friend has a problem that he doesn't have enough money. Which advice will we give to this person? Let's try the first phrase. We can say, I think you should take a part-time job. Next phrase. What about finding some new job? Phrase number 3. Why don't you find a part-time job and earn some money after your studies? Next phrase. Would you like to? Would you like to come to me and to work together in my company? If I were you, I would. If I were you, I would find a second job and earn some more money. Have you thought of finding a part-time job? So, today we've discussed what an informal letter is, how to write an informal letter, and which phrases to use in a letter of giving advice. See you next lesson.